Hello VC. This video, which is my fourth video for the vinyl community, is going to be a recent vinyl finds video. I haven't done one of these before, partly because in the videos I like to be able to talk about the music, and obviously if these are recent acquisitions I may not have listened to the records yet. But it's been a while since I made a video, and it's not as though I haven't been acquiring vinyl in the last few months. In fact, I've acquired quite a bit, so I thought I would have a go at doing a recent vinyl finds video. So I'm just going to, I've got a whole pile of records here. I'm just going to go through them, and I'll go for about 15 minutes and wrap it up. The first one I want to show is one that a number of people have been showing on the Facebook page of the vinyl community. It's Gilbert Achtmann's Lard Free, French prog from 1974, I believe. This is 73. This is 2010 reissue. I haven't listened much to this. I'm going on the recommendations, but also on I have seen a YouTube video of Gilbert Achtmann's Urban Sax, which is a massive collective of saxophone players, and I saw a YouTube video of a live performance of theirs on location in Venice, I think. And it's enough for me to be convinced that Gilbert Achtmann is an audaciously creative person. So I hope, I'm pretty confident that this is something I'm going to enjoy. Next is another prog. This is English prog from early 1970s. I'm not sure exactly when. Titus Grown. And what attracted me to this, apart from the interesting mixture of instruments, including oboe featured in this record, was the fact that it is named after a favourite book of mine, Titus Grown by Mervyn Peake, and the whole series of books that he wrote about the character Titus Grown and the fantasy world in which he inhabits, favourites of mine. And so this is now added to the collection of books, of records I have of that are somehow related to my favourite novels. Speaking of which, Nomo, Invisible Cities. Invisible Cities is a book by Italo Calvino, an Italian writer, and it's a fascinating book, a book that I fell in love with when I was a relatively young chap. Just found it in the local library, and it's fascinating descriptions of cities, fantastic cities, as described by Marco Polo in Conversations with the Chinese Emperor Kublai Khan. I have another Invisible Cities album by an Australian group on CD, a jazz group called the 5+2 Brass Ensemble. This Invisible Cities by Nomo is Afrobeat. So I'm fascinated to give that a listen. This is Timeless by Arthur Verocai. Arthur Verocai, the terrific Brazilian composer and arranger. His self-titled record from the 70s is a classic, and I've got that as well. But this is one in the series of concerts. You can see there the date, March 15th, 2009. Series of concerts organised by Mochilla Records of artists that have been influential for hip-hop artists. And this is a double record. I got this because I got the and I spoke about this in an earlier video. I got the record by the Ethiopian violin player and band leader Mulatu Astaki in this series, and I really loved it. But when I went to get the record and bought the Mulatu Astaki, this was there in the same store. This was 8 or 10 months ago, and I went back a couple of days ago just on the off chance that I might find this again, and I did find it. It was still there. I found it in the blues section. Somehow it had been shifted around. I looked in jazz, I looked in hip hop, but it was in the blues section, which was adjacent to the Latin section, which is I think where they meant to keep it. But I'm really looking forward to listening to this one. This is music that I have listened to. This is the Noisettes, Wild Young Hearts. I've got this on CD. I really love this album. It's I describe them as indie soul. They're a UK trio. They're actually only a duo now. They recently put out another album called Contact, which is good, but not as spectacularly good as this one. So I recommend it if indie soul sounds like something that you might be interested in listening to. This is one that you should give a listen to. Goblin Suspiria. I was put onto this by Jonas from Sweden, Sublimedia. He recommended this very highly, and I had to listen to tracks on YouTube, and it sounded fantastic. So I grabbed a copy of this when I found it in the store. It's soundtrack music for the soundtrack from the film by Dario Argento, Italian horror film. I think I'll show you the gatefold because it's got some special qualities, as you'll see. Pop up. Very impressive. But I'm really looking forward to listening to that. Another one on a similar theme is also soundtrack music, but this is The Golem by Black Francis. Black Francis, of course, of the Pixies fame. The Golem is a silent film from the 1920s that Black Francis wrote soundtrack music to. And this is a double LP, which should be really interesting. Deus is a Belgian band. This is their latest album, Following Sea. They started off as a really experimental band, really sort of avant-garde, influenced by people like Frank Zappa. Their first album, Worst Case Scenario, is fascinating for the way it mixes genres and is always doing surprising things. Every track seems to be different. This one they've sort of settled down a bit more, I think, into something that's more idiosyncratic and recognisably them, but it's still some interesting music. Some more recent krautrock. This is Amon Guru, Space Explosion. These are sessions that were recorded in 1998, I think. This is a 2012 Lilith reissue, but this is this is Dieter Mobius from Harmonia and Cluster. You've got members from the Cosmic Couriers, also Manny Normire from Guru Guru, Chris Carra from Amondul and Amondul 2, and also Jean Hervé Perron from Faust, and somebody else from Faust there as well. So a real mix, hence the name, sort of portmanteau name, Amon Dul and Guru Guru. So, and that was really cheap. I got that for, I think, $8. And lastly, another one that was really cheap. This has only cost me $8, including postage. This is Christian Promer, Drum Lessons Vi. It's double LP of live jazz interpretations of electronic music, is my understanding of it. And obviously the Zwei indicates that this is the second installment of this project, but I don't have the first one, but I'm really looking forward to listening to this one. Christian Promer. Well, I managed to get through that whole pile of records in just over 11 minutes, so that's pretty good going. I might do another installment with records that I got from second-hand shops and thrift stores. But until then, thanks for watching.